I once escaped a mental hospital. I was in jail locked away against my will. I got placed in a psych ward under a 5,150 and basically held in a room isolated from other patients. Everyone else was walking around talking to other patients while I was in this room with nothing but a damn bed and a small barred up window on the door. I was stripped of my belongings and was going further insane there. So I made the executive decision to break out. There was this very manic woman trying to talk with anyone about Dr. Phil being her lover or something. So I managed to get her attention and get her talking to me. Eventually I manipulated her into opening the door for me because I couldn't really hear her right and totally wanted to continue to hear her problems. I thought the nurses would notice I was out, but I blended right in, I guess. Next, there were 2 doors to go outside that needed a card that the nurses would swipe on the first door, go into the little corridor and swipe it again to open the second door. I started counting the seconds it would take the doors to automatically close before the nurses would open the second one. It was like a 5 seconds window of opportunity. So I waited for the next nurse to head out, but luckily for some firefighters were there bringing some in, and so I casually started walking toward the first set of doors and people screaming behind me, "Where is she going?" And boom, I ran out like my life depended on me. It was such a rush I don't remember much but a couple of firefighters pulling on my gown thingy in the little corridor and them losing their grip as the first set of doors closed as I got in the corridor and as the second set of doors closed right behind me, and ran with all the little might I had in me. I heard security running behind me telling me to stop, but I just kept running like crazy. I don't know when I lost them, but eventually I was in the city, finally free. Yes, I looked like a crazy person because I was in a hospital gown with the blue little socks and nothing else in the middle of winter. Eventually I hid in a fast food restaurant dumpster until I stopped hearing police sirens. I then ran to work, which is like 2 miles away from the hospital I was being held at. I went to my coworker and asked him for a ride home. He gave me a ride very hesitantly, but I eventually got home and there were cops waiting for me. So I ended up asking him to take me to a cousin's house, but she called my sister and they took my butt back to the mental hospital. When I got back, everyone was so mad at me and said that I was the first one to escape in years. But yeah, it's weird for me to think that I did all of that and most people probably won't believe me, but yeah, I thought I should share it since I was reminiscing on that experience and thought that others would find it as crazy as I did.